Apparently, Trump woke up with a case of the pardons.
A report from the New York Times found that the Trump administration pardoned Paul Walsack after his mother, Elizabeth Fago, attended a $1 million per plate fundraising dinner for the president's super PAC. 3 weeks after the dinner, the president signed the pardon, getting Walsack out of an 18-month prison sentence and a $4 million restitution payment.
Remember when you were a kid and you were afraid to go ask an adult for something so you'd have your mom do it for you? Well, this grown-ass man still does that, except he asked mommy to bring her checkbook. Paul Walsack was convicted of tax evasion for siphoning more than $10.9 million in payroll taxes from the paychecks of doctors and nurses in Palm Beach. So he and Trump are like the yin and yang of healthcare. Donald likes to rip money away from the people receiving it. Walsack likes to rip it from the people providing it. But at Paul's sentencing, the judge had a clear message he wanted this convict to take away.
Walsack was just sentenced to prison days before he received that pardon from President Trump. And the judge who sentenced him said at that proceeding that he wanted to send the message that wealth is not a get-out-of-jail-free card.
But with this president, it totally is. America is one big game of Monopoly. As long as you keep handing him wads of cash and respecting his properties, you're safe. And for Trump, pardons are like Pringles. Once you pop, the fun don't stop.
President Donald Trump is set to pardon reality TV stars Julie and Todd Chrisley, famous for their show Chrisley Knows Best. A jury found them guilty in 2022 of conspiring to defraud banks out of more than $30 million in loans. They were also found guilty of tax evasion. The White House says President Trump has already called the Chrisley family to tell them he will be granting full pardons.
Yes, Chrisley knows best, except when it comes to picking plastic surgeons. Look, I kind of get Trump on this one. A disgraced former reality TV star with a bunch of kids who cheats on his taxes? How could he not? But not surprisingly, the real reason Todd and Julie Chrisley got pardoned was because their daughter Savannah is a Trump loyalist who even spoke at last year's RNC.
My family was persecuted by rogue prosecutors in Fulton County due to our public profile. I know, Fulton County, they know how to do it, don't they? Due to our public profile and conservative beliefs. My parents were sentenced to a combined 19 years. I know.
You know, interestingly, one of those boos was actually Matt Gaetz. He boos anytime he hears a number over 18. But this pardon of the Chrisleys is just further proof that Donald Trump is as familiar with law and order as he is apparently with the Chrisley family.
I don't know them, but give them my regards and wish them a good life. They were given a pretty harsh treatment based on what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I feel like every single person in this country who's been convicted of tax fraud is now trying desperately to get their hands on some MAGA merch because that is a one-way ticket to Pardon Town.